Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I would like to present our innovation project titled Smart OKU Parking System using IoT. First of all, let me introduce myself. I'm Wan Azlini binti Wan Ahmad as a presenter, and my team members are Salmi binti Zakaria, Nur Atika binti Ahmad and Amzar bin Azmi. We are all from Jabatan Kejuruteraan Elektrik Politeknik Sultan Mizan Zainal Abidin Dungun Terengganu. Being a disabled person in this case is referring as orang kurang upaya or OKU is not an easy thing. Most object or facilities are designed for the use of normal people. So OKU itself needs to take the initiative so that they can use all the items provided. This project is focusing the parking facilities for OKU in Malaysia. According to the statistic released by the Ministry of Transportation Malaysia, more than 32 millions of motor vehicles were recorded in Malaysia in 2020. Thus, the number of parking spaces provided is certainly not able to accommodate the number of existing vehicles. Most of the crowded areas such as city areas, educational institutions, shopping mall, tourist attraction place and others have a limited number of parking spaces for their visitors. Therefore, it is extremely hard for vehicle owner to park their vehicles, especially during peak hour. Such problem amplifies for OKU driver due several issues such as there is no designated OKU parking lot available to them, or this lot might have been taken by irresponsible normal driver. With the development of technology, information technologies has been introduced into vehicle parking management system. Smart parking systems are being practiced in most countries in the world including Malaysia, but focusing more on the availability of the parking space generally. However, the main problem with the current system is that there is no specific method to distinguish these designated parking spaces for the OKU other than the disabled sign printed on the surface of parking lots and the OKU sticker pasted on the vehicle. Therefore, other vehicles are free to park at the OKU parking lot as there is no barrier system put in place by giving the access to park at these lots only to the OKU driver. Hence, this smart OKU parking system using IoT is innovated to help the disabled driver to overcome the problem of getting their special parking lots without having to compete with the normal driver. So 3 points highlighted here are: first, there is no specific method to distinguish these designated parking spaces for the OKU other than the disabled sign printed on the surface of parking lots and the OKU sticker pasted on vehicles. Second, the parking space are always taken by irresponsible normal person, especially during peak hour. And last is, by using the current system, the OKU person did not know the availability status of the OKU parking space. Objectives are to develop a special parking system for OKU drivers by providing them access to the designated OKU parking lots using RFID cards. Second, to reduce the searching time for parking spaces and give them a special access and authorized use of the reserved and designated parking lots. Third, to help the OKU drivers to overcome the problem of getting their special parking lots without having to compete with other normal driver. And lastly, to help the user to identify the availability status of the parking lots via their smartphones. Smart OKU parking system using IoT are consisting 3 main parts, which are input, process and output. This project innovation is also applying the concept of IoT, which is Internet served for many important things. This project is a prototype for representing one lot of disabilities driving parking space. The input part consists RFID module, which works on radio frequency and used for the auto identification for the different object. Basically, the RFID module will detect the RFID tag scanned by a user at RFID reader machine, which will be placed on the entrance of this parking lot. The RFID tag consists its own identification ID called UID. In this case, the RFID tag is representing the OKU card. The process part will be done by the Node MCU. It is an open source IoT platform, simple, smart, interactive, programmable, and Wi-Fi enabled. All the coding for operating the RFID module, servo motor, IR sensor, LED, and buzzer are embedded in the Node MCU. The Node MCU will control the IR sensor modules and also servo motor. Both IR sensor and Node MCU are operated at 5-volt DC power supply. Servo motor will be placed at the center of the parking lots to control the barrier in two conditions. In an empty parking lots condition, the barrier is lifted up to 90 degrees, while when the parking lot is ready to be used, the barrier will be lifted down to 0 degree. Both green and red LED are used as a physical indicator and it will be representing the readiness of parking lot. Green LED means the parking lot is ready to be used. It will turn on right after the RFID tag is scanned and vehicles can enter the parking lot. While red LED turning on means the vehicle is leaving the parking lot and the parking lot is empty. The turning on and off of both green and red LED will lead the status of blink application, whether the status is in parking lot 1 is available or parking lot 1 is not available. This status can be viewed by a user through their smartphone. Here are the summary of hardware and software used in our project. Condition 1. OKU parking lots in available condition or unoccupied condition. When the parking lot is unoccupied, the barrier is lifted up to 90 degrees to prevent an authorized person from entering the parking lot. The green LED will be turned on to show that the parking lot is available, and at the same time the blink application will show its availability status through the green button and display the status parking lot 1 is available to the user. Condition 2. OKU's parking lot in unavailable condition. Meanwhile, when the user want to park their vehicles, the barrier is lifted down 0 degree after the RFID tag is used at the machine, which is RFID reader. This will allow the authorized person to enter the parking lot and park their vehicles. The red LED will be turned on, indicating that the parking lot is currently in use or occupied and no longer available for the time being. At the same time, the blink application will show the unavailability status through the red button and display parking lot 1 is not available at their apps.
So ni kad dia. Kalau kita scan, servo akan turun. Lepas tu kereta masuk dan IR detect. Kalau IR detect, dia akan tulis parking lot 1 is unavailable. Okey, lepas tu kalau kita keluar, LED akan menyala dan parking lot is unavailable.
Smart OKU parking system using IoT have achieved all objectives stated before. It will help the disabled driver to overcome the problem of getting their special parking lots without having to compete with other normal drivers. It will also reduce the searching time for parking spaces and give them a special access to these reserved parking lots. And also, it's providing them access to the designated OKU parking lots using RFID card, which is representing the OKU's card. And lastly, it will help user to identify the availability status of the parking lots through their smartphones. Smart OKU parking system using IoT has successfully solved the problem of managing the OKU parking lot with more systematic way, and at the same time is more practical and convenient for all drivers, especially for the OKU drivers. This innovation provides access to the designated parking lots only for the OKU. Therefore, using this system, it helps to prevent normal people from parking their vehicles at these designated OKU parking lots. In the future, RFID technologies are proposed to be embedded in the OKU cards to ensure this project could be implemented more widely and efficiently.